All right, so the first prediction is regarding the AI bubble is going to burst. I see this everywhere. It's on television, it's in the newspapers, and so I am firmly convinced that the AI bubble is not going to burst. At least not this year. It's going to burst at some point, but when the mainstream media is constantly saying it's going to happen, then I am almost 100% sure that it's not going to happen. And the reason for that is that they haven't tried all of the tricks and the shenanigans. So one of the main problems with the AI is that it's not really making money. The subscriptions do not cover the costs yet. And so what they are trying to do, at least OpenAI, is, for instance, trying to incorporate it with ads. So you're going to get bombarded with advertisement when you're browsing ChatGPT. Or you may actually be able to shop from ChatGPT, which is very interesting because, like, if you look, for example, I want to buy a motorcycle. Which motorcycle is ChatGPT going to suggest? Well, probably the company that is willing to pay more money so that it's on the top of the suggestion list, right? And so there is some income to be had there. And since they haven't tried it already, I think like investors may still be willing to hold up a little bit. And regarding the AI bubble bursting, I don't think it's going to happen overnight. And the way it probably is going to look is that you're going to hear people less hyped about Agi this, Agi that, or the new GPT being better than everything else. And people will start to ask more about what is the profit margin, how much money you're going to make and when. As well as the actual people working for AI, they're not going to be paid sensational numbers as they used to be up until now. Instead, they're just going to be paid the same level that most coders and developers are being paid. So that's pretty much how the burst will start happening. Also, they haven't tried pornography yet. Pornography is this extremely immoral, horrible, damaging thing to the society, but also extremely profitable. And so I see Grok is trying to do it. Also, OpenAI is trying to do it. And so we'll see how they monetize it. I mean, maybe they can definitely get an influx of new users. A lot of people think about the horny young men. No, it's going to be a lot of horny young women that will also go to YIF with ChatGPT, to cyber. That was what my generation did. It was cybering, right? You had like two people over the internet doing clickety-clack and typing to each other how they're fucking online. They're fucking online. Well, now you're going to do it with the AI. And of course, a lot of lawsuits are going to come from that. I predict many lawsuits in the future. Grok is really pushing it right now by allowing people to edit images, and people are editing the images of only fangirls undressing them. Now, I heard the question, it's like, okay, so what's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is that it's illegal in many nations, especially in the European Union. But more importantly, people say, well, I mean, you can do it with any AI. What's the big deal? Or you can do it with Photoshop. Yes, but it's the optics of it. Like when you're doing it literally in the public square in front of everyone to see, the chance of a lawsuit is much greater than people doing it in the privacy of their own Discord. So if Elon Musk doesn't get a handle on it, he may get a lawsuit. Gemini, for instance, literally is banning people. Well, not banning. Like the model just doesn't allow people to use human beings for modification purposes. So like if you try to undress a woman using Gemini, it will flat out refuse. Because again, like they're afraid of deepfake laws, they're afraid of lawsuits. Grok seems to be a lot more adventurous. So yeah, first thing, AI bubble not going to burst. Second thing, a lot of lawsuits. I think this is actually a no-brainer. Everyone expected this. Regarding entertainment, I think we're going to see more of the de-wokification. Ever since the Bud Light boycott, ever since the Target boycott, ever since all of the other woke shit that ended up getting boycotted, a lot of companies got the memo. And so I'm looking at the Marvel lineup, for example. Most of the main characters of the lineups are straight white men. You're not going to see a full de-wokification, like that will take more time. But at least you will see less shitting on the straight white men, and you may see some female characters that actually look feminine. They're making a new Tomb Raider game, and Lara actually looks like a woman, unlike her Netflix adaptation. So we're going to see more of that. I am firmly convinced that Nick Fuentes is going to endorse at least 2 more Democrats this year. We'll see if I'm right or not. But yeah, like if there is one constant in the universe, like one rock amongst the storm, one immovable object, that is Nick Fuentes, and he is anchored really deep and strong in the Democrat Party. For accelerationist purposes, of course. Like, we must help the Democrats win in order to save America. So I expect that. And I also expect many more people to get upset when I point it out and get very disappointed about my takes. But other than that, let's see, in the European Union, prices go up, right? Taxes go higher, a lot more bug companies going bankrupt. I also expect more censorship laws, and of course, this one is a big one, the attempt to remove anonymity from the internet in order to protect little Billy. Of course, you know, like everything in society is now done for little Billy. We must make sure that little Billy doesn't see a titty on the internet, but when he grows up, he needs to live in an authoritarian hellhole. I hope little Billy will be happy with the deal. The shit that's happening in Australia is also the shit that happened in the United Kingdom, and the European Union is planning a similar shit. So the future is that you will have to dox yourself in order to use the internet, right? Not porn sites, but like literally anything. And of course, these laws will come with a lot of hate speech piggybacked onto it. So you know, you don't want the teenager, for example, to watch the Irina video, so that the next year when he grows up and votes, he may vote incorrectly. Like, if you're not aware, in the United Kingdom, they want teenagers at the age of 16 to vote, but they don't want them to be exposed to violent videos online, even if those violent videos are newsworthy. So we're going to expand on this year. Like, this is the new censorship front. There are people fighting against it. I have seen the United States already being upset with the United Kingdom and Australia. I have seen 4chan, Kiwi Farms, I think even Gab. I'm not sure about Gab, but like the other two, I'm 100% sure. They're already suing Ofcom. So they're already taking the UK legislator to court. The Ofcom put a fine on these websites for refusing to censor, for refusing to crack down on anonymity, and so these websites have sued. So this year we're going to see on which side the U.S. justice system falls. If the U.S. justice system sides with 4chan and Kiwi Farms, then internet anonymity will be safe for a while. If not, you're going to see more and more countries start pulling this shit. Of course, VPNs are going to skyrocket. Of course, you're going to see people turning to the dark web and other such nonsense because, well, adults don't really like to be told what to do. Adults don't really like the government to tell them how they can surf the web. It's fucking retarded, but what can you do? Gay marriage. Gay marriage. I think the conversation about gay marriage is going to become very spicy. Here's the thing. Remember Roe v. Wade? Right? Like the abortion issue in the United States. Turns out that the Constitution, the Founding Fathers, didn't have an opinion on it. Right? And so if they didn't have an opinion, the Supreme Court said we're going to tear it down and we're going to let the states decide. And so Democrats were horrified by the concept of democracy. It's like, what do you mean allow people to vote on this? Like, no, like, it should be imposed, top down, impose it. It didn't get imposed. Gay marriage, similar issue. The Founding Fathers had no opinion on it. And it's quite possible that the Supreme Court will say, no, the states should vote on it. I would like to remind people that even California, right, even San Francisco, when they put gay marriage to a vote, it didn't pass. Seriously, look it up. I'm not kidding, right? It's an extremely unpopular take, but it's true. And today, I don't know, like if you were to put it back to a vote, for instance, if SCOTUS decided to repeal it, it would cause a lot of problems. the courts would be swamped. Like, what do you do with the people that were married, right? Because it's not just the spiritual, like marriage in the eyes of God and fucking having children for your country. It's also about the fortune, right? It's also about inheritance. Some gay people adopted, right? Like, what happens with that? And so it's going to complicate things. Like, you're going to get court swapped, which is one of the main reasons that many states, even if the Supreme Court were repealing it, they would probably not fuck with it. Or they would pass a legislation. It's like, okay, the gay people that married up until now, stay married. From now on, we're going to have a different conversation. I don't know. What I do know is that blue states, obviously, are not going to repeal it. Red states, especially like Texas and stuff like that, may consider it if the Supreme Court actually decides to Roe v. Wade gay marriage. I have a feeling it will happen this year. I do have this feeling, especially it may be a midterm conversation, right? We'll see if I'm right or not, but usually I'm not wrong when it comes to these issues. If it doesn't happen this year, then I still believe it's time. Like, at one point, it's going to happen, and it will happen because the Democrats haven't passed it into legislation. Obama could have done it with Roe v. Wade. They just don't want to. Why? Because they like to bitch and complain. It's a really good campaign platform, right? Which the Republicans are probably going to hand to the Democrats. It's like, here, Democrats, you got nothing to bitch about. Let us give you something to complain. Right, so other than that, social media will be more fucked by AI and bots. Right now, they're experiencing with algorithms that are driven by AI. And so, if you guys remember YouTube, how it used to be 5 years ago, like, there were various communities. You had, like, the VTuber community, you had the Comicsgate community, you had the skeptics, you had the sector. We're moving away from that. You're going to see YouTubers less likely to commune, because the way the algorithm works, it doesn't focus on the personality anymore, but it focuses on the subject matter that people like. And so if you like history, you're not going to get one commentator. The algorithm is just going to push history videos to you. Whether or not this is going to be successful, I don't know. But this is what they're trying, right? So, like, for instance, up until now, if you like the Warhammer, YouTube would present Arch Warhammer to you. And if you like this channel, then it would just constantly present his channel. But now, what they want to do is like, okay, you like Warhammer, you're going to get Trench Crusader, you're going to get other tabletop games, you're not going to get the creator, you're going to get the content. Will people like it? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Right. More censorship for Australia, more censorship for the European Union. Censorship, very important, right? We need to protect our democracy. Vladimir Putin, all the other stuff. At least in the United States, it seems that for now, at least censorship is being put to a halt. There was a legislation recently in Texas where they wanted, again, to protect little Billy, so that when you're on the app phone, you get the Chinese experience. Like, you have to show your biometrics to the smartphone so you can purchase apps. Which is kind of weird, because, like, you're using a credit card to purchase apps, but I understand little Billy has a credit card now. The judges said no. No, that's not okay. We'll see if it goes to the Supreme Court, because, like, the Supreme Court already said, no, when it comes to Pornhub, a robust age verification is a human right. Okay, well, we'll see if you can log on to your phone to buy apps without having to tell the government where you're at. And speaking of that, I do expect a major leak this year. I expect a lot of people's IDs, facial recognition photos, I expect them to leak. Because the more people use, especially British people, especially Australians, right? Like, they have to constantly dox themselves. Well, there is a company that harvests this data, right? Like, that's the robust age verification. And I expect that, yeah, like, some of them will get hacked. I'm really curious to see how people will react. My take is they won't give a shit, right? So, like, you'll have people with their actual IDs, with their driving licenses, with their state verification, having all of that info on the dark web, and they won't give a fuck, because why would they, right? I do expect that. But other than that, who knows? Regarding Ukraine and Russia, I think they'll keep fighting. I think like even by the end of the year, the war isn't going to be over. The main reason is that both sides don't seem to want peace. And if both sides don't seem to want peace, it means that, well, they know the battlefield more than I do. And by the way, like, the only thing that matters here is how many soldiers you have and how many soldiers you're killing. For the Ukrainian side, it's a lot easier because they're playing defense. Usually in military conflicts, especially on fields and plains, one soldier equals, like, one defender equals 4 attackers. That's kind of like the battlefield rule, and so much in history. And it depends. If you're fighting in a city, the defender actually increases. Like, one soldier equals 6 attackers, right? And on top of that, the current war in Ukraine, from my understanding, is still with human casualties, but not as many as in the beginning, because there's a lot of trench warfare and drone warfare. So you have like drones taking out other drones and making attack very difficult. Usually attacks happen during stormy time, right? Like when there's a huge storm, it's more difficult for the drones to fly. Attacks are happening with small team units, usually on motorcycles, but it's very gruesome, and again, a drone costs $2,000, and so both nations can keep throwing drones at each other, which is what they're doing. And finally, I predict that my livestream channel is going to do a little better. The reason it's shit is because I wanted it to be shit. Like during COVID, I was actually terrified on how people had their entire channels nuked over a joke or over talking about literally anything. And so I was having like 600 viewers per stream, and I was concerned. I was like, holy shit, I'm on the radar. And so I started streaming irregularly. I started deleting a lot of streams. I stopped putting an effort. And what happened is that I dropped to almost 100 viewers now. And so I want to improve. I want to, well, as I mentioned, I have a co-host, a lovely lady, right? I need to hire an artist in order to make better layouts and stuff. Maybe an editor, a clipper. I need to hire a clipper. And yeah, hopefully I will manage to grow from 100 to 110. But still, it's growth. It's good. There's a link to my live stream. If you guys don't know, it's in the bottom there. It will take you. I stream every single day, Romanian time, 9:30 p.m. You can ask ChatGPT to tell you how much that is in your timeline. And finally, I'm going to release my game this year. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I'm making a video game. When it's ready, I will go on the Archcast. I will do a very lovely presentation. Very good game. It's got succubies in it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.